Hello, witches. I am High Priestess or Symphonist. This is a frequent question that is asked. What happens if you betray your coven? In the old days, if you betrayed your coven, you would be killed. But in more modern day times, if you betrayed your coven, you would simply be expelled from that coven. Now you might be asking yourself, if I get expelled from my coven, am I still a witch? If you get expelled from your coven, are you still a witch? If you get expelled from your coven, are you still a witch? The answer is yes. Why? How can you still be a witch if you have gotten expelled from your coven? The only person that can take away your powers is your chosen deity. So if you are a devotee of Hecate and she decides to take away your power, then you are no longer a witch. Does that mean you can go to another deity and be a devotee of? Yes. But don't be surprised if that new deity that you want to be a devotee of rejects your petition to be their devotee. It's hard to come back from being expelled from your coven. It's hard. It's nearly impossible to come back from being expelled from your coven. You can be expelled from your coven, and your chosen God or goddess can take your powers away, and you can choose a new god or goddess to be a devotee of, but there is no guarantee that god or goddess will accept you. So you may just be a regular person again. Your power comes from your chosen god or goddess, and therefore it can be taken away from your chosen god or goddess. You have to do something terrible to be expelled from your coven. The worst thing that I've seen is outing another witch. You tell the public, tell society that he or she is a witch without their consent to do so. That's what I've seen. Another way you can betray your coven is giving away their secrets, giving away their spells, rituals, hexes, and curses, talking badly about other members, gossiping, rumors. That can also get you expelled from your coven. And I said this before, and this only applies, listen, this only applies what I'm about to say if you are a member of a coven. You are nothing without your coven if you are a member of a coven. Now, you can choose to be solitary. You can choose to be a solitary witch and have no god or goddess. That's fine. But you really do want a god or goddess to add their strength to your own efforts. You definitely want a god or goddess to add their strength to your efforts, because then your spells are more powerful. Your spells work better than you could have ever anticipated if you were a solitary. When you are a solitary witch, you have to work twice as hard. You do get the same results as a witch who is a devotee of a god or goddess, but you have to work harder because you don't have that backup, because you don't have that extra help. So this is a question that I get asked a lot. What happens if you betray your coven? Don't let that be you. Do not be that witch that betrays their coven. You can try to apologize to the high priest or high priestess and the members of that coven in the hope that they may forgive you, but most likely they will not. Because a coven really is your second family. And like I said, like I always say, if you love your family, don't let them go. If you betray your coven, your second family, you have chosen to let them go. So then that coven will happily let you go on your merry way to be a witch on your own, or go back to your regular, boring, non-manifesting life. So yeah, this is a question that I get asked a lot. What happens if you betray your coven?